Netflix has made a tradition out of releasing a new season of its hit show Cobra Kai on New Year's Eve each year, and for the show's fans, that means they've already binged the fourth season, which came out on the last day of 2021. So while you refresh your Netflix 10 times a day for even the smallest hint of the new season's arrival, what else can you watch that'll fill up the karate-shaped hole in your heart? Watch on as we share these 9 shows that'll have you sorted. First, we have Warrior. If the never-ending action is what appealed to you the most about Cobra Kai, you'll find plenty more of it in Warrior. The HBO Max special follows the life of a daring Chinese immigrant and his life among the gangs of 1870s San Francisco. But unlike Cobra Kai, which is equal parts serious and humorous, Warrior definitely errs on the somber side of things. Like you would expect from a fighting show, Warrior is loaded with action and gore. It doesn't exactly cater to youngsters either, but if you're looking for a whirlwind of fists and feet, or even some immigrant representation, look no farther than Warrior, which will give you plenty of both. Next, Saved by the Bell. With the predecessor that it has to honor the legacy of, Cobra Kai can't help but make its fans nostalgic by proudly declaring that it's associated with the original Karate Kid movies. And if you crave that intense nostalgia, nowhere will you find it better than in the follow-up series to the 80s and 90s Saved by the Bell. Just like Cobra Kai, the show also follows the lives of the original characters, along with a new bunch of cooler and meaner high schoolers. Apart from being incredibly funny, the series also shares similarities with Cobra Kai in that it pokes some lighthearted fun at the original storyline by deviating from it in this refreshed piece. Once again, like Cobra Kai, the show's original cast reprised their role, so the experience is as authentic as possible. Now we have the Mighty Ducks, Game Changers. If you'd like a show riddled with the same kind of nostalgia Cobra Kai is expert in, but also the athletic side of the show, then make sure you check out the Mighty Ducks, Game Changers. Following pretty much the same trajectory, the show updates us on the lives of those who participated in the Mighty Ducks hockey program, and of course, the OG coach, Gordon Bombay. You'll also see actress Laura Graham bringing on her usual charm as the mother of a young hockey player who's kicked out of Ducks. Does that sound familiar? We'll tell you why. Game Changers is essentially Cobra Kai if the plot were flipped, and it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the show surpasses even Cobra Kai in wholesomeness and, surprisingly, funniness. Next, we have Glow. The Netflix original Glow masters that 80s electric vibe and nostalgia, all in a cocktail of funny dialogue and a kick-ass plot. It's based on a made-up tale about the actual wrestler ladies from Reagan's era. An ensemble cast consisting of Allison Brie and Betty Gilpin takes this show to the next level and makes it a truly ambitious Netflix project. As Ruth and Debbie, Brie and Gilpin have their passion for their favorite sport killed off due to the institutional sexism and some life choices they themselves made. And as iconic as the characters are, the actors playing them make sure that a central message is not compromised, even for 1 second, despite the hilarious interactions that make the show a little hard to take seriously. Up next, Into the Badlands. If you want more karate than you want kid, this show has you covered. The action series Into the Badlands had 3 seasons supported by AMC when it first came out. Warrior Sonny and his apprentice, a young boy, MK, take a journey to achieve what they think is true enlightenment. And since it isn't called an action and adventure show without a reason, the said journey involves some tough battles against even tougher rivals. But the two persist, and so does their bond despite the hardships. The warlords of the show won't necessarily remind you of Cobra Kai, but that fundamental link with martial arts won't go by unnoticed. Next, we have Friday Night Lights. Even if it's an oldie, the 2006 to 2011 running Friday Night Lights is definitely a goodie. While it centers on a different sport than Cobra Kai, the sport is still considered the character's everything in a resemblance to your favorite show. The show focuses on football, and in doing so highlights some essential values in the world of sports, like commitment to duty and the bonds that come with it. The iconic actor Kyle Chandler plays the brilliant coach for the high school athletes and does his best trying to get the Dillon Panthers to state. But he's not alone in his struggle, and like the saying goes that every successful man has a woman supporting his journey, his wife Tammy Taylor acts as his main support system and biggest guide. Overall, it's a heartfelt show, bringing the journeys of sportsmen to light in an emotional manner. Another character worth mentioning from the show is Tim Riggins, who's shown to be a struggling alcoholic with undeniable athletic potential. So the challenge for Coach Taylor doesn't simply end at paving the way for already passionate footballers, but also those whose love for the sport has wavered due to personal problems. Next on our list is Teenage Bounty Hunters. Remaining true to the name, a bunch of teenagers find passion in, well, bounty hunting. While seemingly regular teenagers with equally regular lives, Blair and Sterling stumble upon a job paying them to nab hostages. The show's production, lying in the hands of the same person who handled Orange is the New Black, simply reinforces that the show is good and worth your time. The madcap aura of the show has viewers hooked and fast, and and even if it may seem too bizarre at some points, the humor that comes with it will surely take away all your complaints. And not to mention how the regular coming-of-age tropes are balanced so well in the show, with Sterling and Blair also going through dating and other high school normals. You'll get that lighthearted Cobra Kai vibe from the show, which is oh so lovable. Now we have Kickin It. Who doesn't miss Disney XD? For many young adults, that channel was the formative television experience that they had. While many who grew up watching only Netflix may find these shows kind of tacky, for many, that was the golden age of TV. And a plus point if you also miss Cobra Kai at the same time, because Disney XD's Kickin It will take you right back to both eras. Kickin It combines the family-friendly aspect of Cobra Kai with its storyline being focused on karate to give you some serious nostalgia. It ran on Disney XD from 2011 to 2015 with daily half-hour comedy episodes. The bright and beaming faces of the Kickin It karate crew will surely remind you of the Cobra Kai younglings, who give their all to make their coaches and family members proud of them. Next is Chuck. Chuck follows the life of Chuck Barkowski, played by Zachary Levi, and the reason why you need to watch this show is because of its hilarity. Chuck, who's a wimpy computer expert, gets his hand on highly classified government information, and that was the biggest unintentional mistake he could have made. Soon, spies from all over the world are harassing and contacting the poor guy, who simply wants nothing to do with it. So, to protect the clueless guy, CIA agents Sarah and John are sent over, and they form an adorable friendship with him. But this friendship often proves costly, as both of them are pulled into scuffles in random DVD and TV aisles. Chuck's slapstick comedy will make every second you spend watching the series totally worth it. Overall, it's a very breezy show with occasional bursts of action and mystery. You'll be reminded of Cobra Kai in these moments and through the comedy as well. Lastly, Warrior Nun, an unforgettable saga about a woman who discovers secret powers and tests them out on both hell and heaven. It's based on a comic book and was released by Netflix some years ago. The 19-year-old Eva lays dead in a morgue, but not for long, because she's resurrected with some epic abilities that now help her lead her unusual life. Kind of symbolic, Eva is used by nuns of an order in order to protect the Halo logo on her own back and to fight away the various demons trying to enter Earth. The streets of Spain see regular action as long as Eva's still around, and she is too. So when we say that you should give this show a watch, just take our word for it. And what's even better is that this series is available on Netflix, so you don't even have to bother downloading anything or getting another subscription in order to watch it. So consider that a reason why you give it a look as well. That's it for today's video. Which one of these shows sounds the most interesting to you? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel where we post similar videos quite frequently. We'll see you in the next one.